Okay. Looks like we are live. One second while I check some settings. Alright. So, I'm Sassy Sombrero on Twitch and also Hot Quasimodo on YouTube. So, the point of today's live stream is to basically explore the GODHERJA um, mod for CK3. Now, I've done a little bit of a playthrough with GODHERJA and with our starting Duke. So let me go ahead and get this going. So, GODHERJA is a total conversion mod. It has very nice deep lore going on with it. So we're going to start with the Broken Crown era in GODHERJA. And we're going to go with Ogier the Ogre. Now, the main point of what's happening in this mod for GODHERJA is that the empire that we're a part of has broken apart, and now we are all trying to assemble the crown. The idea here is that whoever assembles the crown will be able to basically take over as the new leader of the High Kingdom, or kind of our empire title in this game. So let's go ahead and load in. We're going to start with Ogier the Ogre. So Ogier the Ogre has been called the quintessential anti-magi by many, and a living folk hero to many more, having been born in a small village in La Vieque to a minor noble family only a generation removed from peasantry. He joined the anti-magic order of the Burning Star at 12, after his home village was wiped out in a lich raid. By 19, he was knighted, having single-handedly held a bridge against a horde of undead with nothing besides a dagger and a log, earning him his nickname. Not long after, he was the Grand Master, and not long after that, he was named heir of the ailing Duke of Bannereset. Having resigned his post, Ogier now stands as a feudal lord, but perhaps the only one who understands the threat of the North. Will Ogier work under a new king to prepare for this threat, or will he be forced to take matters into his own hand and reunite the broken kingdom? Alright, so the main point of this playthrough, let me go ahead and overwrite that. Yep. Now the main point of this playthrough is that I'm going to be going ahead and reading most of the events that pop up. Now, with this particular mod, the mod maker has gone ahead and put in a lot of unique events mixed in with the normal events of CK3. Now, I've played a lot of CK3 over the years and understand most of its systems and most of the events, but just for this first playthrough especially, I'll be reading through both the unique GODHERJA mod events as well as the normal events that you would find in CK3. To go with that as well, we will be going over some of the tutorials. The magic tutorial won't really apply to Ogier. Ogier doesn't have a lot of magical ability, and that's one of the main things in this mod, is that it added a whole new magic system as well as 2 new life paths to be explored. Now, GODHERJA has a very deep lore and history, which we'll be kind of seeing unfold throughout the entirety of this game. Alright, it takes a second for it to load in. And the Border Watch. The Denvaz Siegenons have ripped the realm shred to bloody shred. Are they blind, greedy, just stupid? I stand upon the Ash Tower, highest peak of the Crusades, and before me I see nothing. Endless ash turned wastes that have birthed nothing besides blight on our land. Skeletons masquerading as kings dance about and bring devastation and ruins every generation. When will the madness end? When will these fools see the stupidity of fighting for a crown when our realm is always in danger? I don't know the answer to these questions, but I know one thing. As long as I live, so shall I hold back the storm. As is my way. And again, this is Ogier. So we have Duke Ogier. Our land is a single county. It's a highly developed county. And something interesting with this mod is that a lot of these counties have already had a lot of development put into them. So if we were to look at here, the Comte of Chevalier, you'll see that it's already basically a fully developed county. Now, development is still only 12, but it has all these building slots already pre-built into it, making conquering really easy and beneficial in the early game. Now, Ogier is a martial-oriented character. As you can see, we have the same basic 5 life paths, but with 2 new life paths. So we have Arcana. So if we have a more magically focused character, then Arcana is fantastic for that. And then we have Enrichment, which is really interesting. Enrichment focuses on hunting and allows us to unlock a lot of hunting events, such as hunting down monsters. That's actually what the first part of Slayer in this life path does. And then we have an entire system for colonization and settling. So I haven't fully explored this one either. But we'll probably get to this not in Ogier's lifetime, because Ogier needs to focus on conquering. So we're going to go ahead and give him a silvery focus to make him a little bit better in combat and give him that advantage, because he's going to be our main lord, our main attacker lord here. Now, as you can see, he has 2 children. Now, when I first played this game, he had a daughter as his firstborn, so it looks like the children will change over time, as long as with the wife who is delicate. And that is a congenital trait. And we're not going to really want delicate children, given how violent the Road to GODHERJA is. So we may or may not have to change that. But we have our son, Baldwin. He is hell. I mean, it's not Herculean like us, but hell is still pretty okay. That's a pretty okay congenital trait. And we have our son, GODHERJA, who is robust. So that's even better, but he's charming, which means that he's going to only get a diplomatic lifestyle or an intrigue basic lifestyle. There's no military prowess as of now, which isn't all too good. Let's see about this son. He's arrogant, just, and deceitful, and not all around too good. If anything, we may just focus on our son here and make sure that he kind of gets a better lifestyle choice here. I'm also going to change him to intrigue. Intrigue's really powerful. Diplomacy's powerful, but I feel like intrigue's going to have a lot more use in this particular game or in this particular mod. Okay, so let's see. We can reinstate an accolade. We can also, I guess, go ahead and educate our not as good older son. Let's see what else we have going on. We don't have a court physician. Now, I am running the DLC that does add in all of the plagues, so court physicians is a must. So let's go ahead and check that off first before we go to anything else. So we're going to go search for a physician. It's going to cost money, but that's fine. As soon as I unpause, we will find a physician, and we can actually vassalize this guy right now. Now, it's on low taxes and low levy contribution, but that's fine, because that's going to save us a war and save us money in the long run. So let's go ahead. We'll vassalize that. We can station our men at arms. This is very important. Now, we have to own these counties in order to station them. And let's see. This one's our most developed, and a 3 isn't too bad. So we're going to go ahead, station our men of arms there. How much would it have been if I stationed you? Oh, no, we're stationing the horsemen there. Okay. Now we can declare some wars, but let's go ahead, get time rolling. Let's... Oh, she would have to accept a divorce. We're not divorcing this woman at any point. That's fine. Let's go ahead, get time rolling. We'll add in that other county and find a court physician. There it goes. Perfect. All right. So we're going to start swaying you immediately. Try and make sure that you like us. Okay, so we have Rudimar and Ludicent. We're going to go ahead and go with Rudimar. Again, plagues are no joke, so we're going to want to not mess around with that at all. All right, so we're going to look for our first war. And let's go ahead and see. So we have a force of 1,500. We have 10 Maginals, which means that we're going to want to bump that up. A lot of these have higher development. That's going to take care of a lot of our money for now. And let's see. Our council is not good. In fact, she's absolutely terrible. We'll swap her around. And we do have our new guy. And what are you good at? You are good at being a steward. So let's go ahead and assign you. Yeah, that'll help a lot. Development. Development's always good. However, I don't think we necessarily need it right now. And foreign affairs is fine. We don't need too much of that. And she only... She has an okay amount of domain, but her chivalry is way better. So we're gonna put her on a chivalry focus. It makes it a little bit better in combat. And we're gonna wait for us to get a little bit of money up, and we're gonna see what some of these wars we can get into are. So he has an alliance, but the alliance is within his own land. That shouldn't be an issue. He has mostly light horsemen and armored footmen. Now, armored footmen do get countered by I believe, skirmishers, which we have about 300 of. Yeah, we have 300 skirmishers. So we should be good to take on the Kulahagi. So we're going to go ahead, declare war on him. And we're going to seize our de jure land. It's only for one territory. We might as well just save some of our prestige here. We're going to go ahead and go to war. All right, so we're going to raise our local army because that's going to raise everyone. Weirdly enough, we are not leading. What does she have that makes her so much better? She has Reckless and Forder, which isn't going to be too good in this particular fight. And we have Organizer. So we move fast. We don't lose as much from retreats. We should not be losing any battles. But let's go ahead and go with him still. In any event that we do lose a battle, we'll be able to at least save some of our men. Now, they are hiding their army out here because they know that they cannot beat us. So this is going to be very good for us. Now, something else that this mod adds is that there is a lot, and I mean a lot of castles inside of their territories. So in the world of GODHERJA, everything's built up. This is before any type of real collapse. So these worlds, or this realm, is very highly developed. So that means that sieges and wars are going to take a lot longer because what usually should only be one siege in this county area is going to turn into 3 sieges for us to get through it. And I most likely did not know I let Maginel's fully built up. Alright, so let's see. You want to marry my son for an alliance. So who exactly are you and where? That's not bad. You know, it's another 1,300 men. He is in a war and he is losing. What is that war for? It's for part of his. So he's going to expect me to come in the fight. And I don't think we are at all interested in getting into a 2-front war, even if that front is all the way over here. We're going to not get into a fight with the Band of Bastards. So we're going to go ahead and ignore that. And we'll find a better wife for our future son, or for our son in a little bit. Alright, and something I should probably check while we are sieging and not fighting is what are we researching? So as you can see, we start on this saintly era. This is basically the middle, almost last tier era in comparison to the base game. And that means that we need to help with that. We're not exactly the smartest man, which is fine. And she's pregnant. Cool. We're not exactly the smartest man, so our development and our increase is going to take a while. All right, so that's one siege done. Their army is still there. Now, if we were to move towards the army, we would take casualties. It's not worth it. It's not worth hunting down that army. What is worth is sieging. Sieging is always worth it. And we got a ransom, so we're going to go ahead and ransom off this person, get some extra cash going. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to make an accolade. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right. So our son comes of age. It's going to be our first little event that I'm going to go ahead and read out. With his coming of age, my tuition of Baudouin is at an end. Baudouin, energetic nature, was thought to be a sign of an affinity for war and combat, but perhaps it was simple unwillingness. He only developed a basic understanding of the subject, but at least he has learned the essentials of managing an army. I can only hope that the rest will come with experience. Yeah, Baudouin is he's not a great son. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really happy with Baudouin, so we're probably going to not use him as our main heir. Okay, so accolades are really powerful now in this game, and the most powerful accolades are going to help us with a lot of things throughout this. So we have the voice of Wayfather Serranos. It's kind of a cool name, and this will help with our monthly martial lifestyle at least base level. And then we have Contender, which is going to help us in a lot of the tournaments. So that's what the Hostilitor basically functions to use in tournaments. which isn't too bad. Now, let's see what our other... We have Blade Master, which is really good. This helps us with getting Inspiring Blade Master. I see War being a very big part of this particular playthrough, so let's go ahead and go with Tactician and Blade Master, and we're going to create an Accolade for 100 Prestige. Do we have a successor? Of course not, so we're going to go ahead and start looking for a successor. And we can create a second Accolade, but we'll go ahead and create a second one after this war. Now, it appears that this county is about to get raided. Or no, it's raiders from within this particular duchy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to move this up to 4 speed. And we'll continue kind of exploring as we go around. Let's see if Bad Son can get a good marriage. Alright, so we have the Marcher Reunification Wars. After the disappearance of the High King, his children have fought over the claim for Chevali. Today marks yet another war in the saga, as Chancellor Drogue of Assad, or Ost, has declared war on Duchessa Mathilda of Bassoons for his piece of the empire. Alright, so there's going to be a lot of infighting among us, but it won't be too bad. Now, the big thing that we're going to run into is that we do not want this son, if we're going to end up getting rid of him, to be powerful. Now, it would be nice to get a good alliance early on. However, alright, cool, we got a successor to our Accolade, and it would appear that there's a civil war, but we'll deal with that later. Now, if we're going to get rid of this son, if we don't want him to be our heir, we do not want him to be powerful. So whenever we move on to, say, our second son here, who I want to be my primary heir, we don't want him to be able to call in allies in the event that he wants to start a civil war. So what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to find a wife for him. Not too good of a wife. And one of the best ways to do this is just to knock it down to inheritable traits. Usually there isn't a lot of inheritable traits that come with good alliances. We're going to want to give him Hell. Now, he can still produce good offspring for us that we can use as almost like a cadet branch in our family in the long run. And having more traits in the family tree is always good. It helps with marriages later on. It helps with a lot of things later on. So completely killing him off or giving him a bad wife isn't going to help us in the long run. So we're going to go ahead and reinforce the Hell congenital trait. Since both of them have Hell, that means that we're going to get a good chance of reinforcement of it, which means all their kids should probably come with Hell at the very minimum. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so this civil war most likely just kicked off. So what is happening here? So it looks like he's defending in a holy war, and a third war just kicked off. So this isn't exactly looking good. The more wars that are happening in this region, the worse it is for us. Because that means that we have a lot of roving armies that aren't necessarily friendly to us, but they're not exactly against us. Alright, so we have now a third son. With a tired yet blissful smile, Alicent presents me with a perfect little son. Who will become my child, and what shall I call him? Alright, so let's see. Is he a good son? He's Hell. I mean, it's something. And let's go ahead and let's see what the... We're not going to go for an ancestor. Let's go with a religious name. So I haven't gone over that at all yet. I'll go over that after this war. Let's give him a good Conclave of Rakart name. And we're going to call him Valden. Valden isn't too bad. May you grow to be strong and wise, my son. Alright. So, let's go ahead, move on to sieging this capital, and we will finally own an entire county in his lands. And again, one of the issues that we're going to find in this particular mod is that there are so many castles, so much development, especially among this borderland here, that sieging in wars is going to take a long time, a lot longer than in base Crusader Kings. Now, the idea here is that these are lich lands, which is why our border is so built up. And again, I only played this mod for about an hour, but I feel like we're going to have to prepare for a lich invasion from here. So having all these castles is going to be great for us. And it would appear that our alliance has been invalidated. And it's because the person that we married our firstborn to is no longer a ruler. So it works out for us. He still has his wife, so it's fine. It's not going to become an issue for us. And there is a plague nearby. Oh, plague's over there. So yeah, the plague screen is going to become a very big part of this particular stream, or of this particular playthrough, because plagues are going to pop up a lot around here. And we want to avoid it, well, like the plague. Alright, so we got his court position. We captured his son and heir. That's going to help us a lot. And we got his banner. Now, we don't have a courtroom yet, so we're not going to make use of that banner. But this is that's a really big siege win for us right there. So we're most likely, we can siege just one more castle, part of a county. And we should be able to win this war. Now, his main army's been defeated. So there is no easy way for us to... oh, that's not a castle. Where is it? Hey, you won't believe it, but the enemy army is coming closer. We will get taking war score, which is tempting to wait for. And it would appear that our disappointing son has given birth to a maybe disappointing son as well, who he named after himself. Which I feel like is fitting for a disappointing son to name his own child after himself. So, child of my destiny, my daughter-in-law, Alamir, has given birth to a son. Since the little one is part of the Denva Rodare dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. So we'll call him Baldwin. I mean, it's whatever. Alright, so we have gone down the Overseer line. The Overseer line is fine, but we're not going to run into control issues. What I'm going to go ahead and put this in right now is Stalwart Leader, and I may reset his perks, stressing him out. But I may just reset him because it's not too useful as of right now. Alright, so Good Son. Good Son, you are going to an intrigue focus. So Deceitful would be good. So Deceitful would give him -2 to Diplomacy, which is fine, and a +4 to Intrigue, and +4 to Dark Magic, which would be really nice. So let's go with that. It's going to stress me out a little bit, but it'll be fine. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's get a battle in. And let's not get a battle in, because what's actually going to happen is their friendly army may come in. That's over 2,000 men. Alright, the fall of a race bull. What initially seemed to be exaggerated tavern gossip of passing mercenaries and merchants has now been confirmed by a herald from the court of High King Senware. Orispulch has fallen. Though the great city had been undergoing a general decline with the ongoing disintegration of the empire, the symbolic power of the events is still undeniable. All across the Shattered Coast, the news has been met with utterly predictable horror by Aversiarians of all stripes, with their enemies have erupted into jubilant revelry. Though no doubt an event of enormous historical magnitude, however, we ultimately hold stakes, or little stakes, in that particular race. An interesting development. Yeah, so the world is currently kind of falling apart, which is fine. And where did that big army go? So that big army's gone. I am tempted to take this and take over their siege, or we'll just siege next to them and not anger the neighboring armies. Because again, our plan here isn't to get our army destroyed and decimated and put at risk this that we've already taken, especially with us being so close to ending this war. Our goal is to maybe get a little bit more money, take a little bit more land, and go from there. And also get some more prisoners. Prisoners will be very, very powerful for us to get. And one of them died. That's cool. We have 3 prisoners who can be ransomed. Let's go ahead and ransom this guy here. This should not affect our war. And this should not... Is that your daughter? I'm not ransoming your daughter. I'm not going to ransom her. Alright. Heresy. Salvationists in Kalsk. Duke Hamarit of Kolsk has announced to the world that he and his vassals have converted to 4 steps of salvation. We'll go ahead and read about them in a minute. Having become disillusioned with the teachings of the conclave of Raucourt, our people. Priests. The nobles of Kalsk no longer consider the clergy to be righteous and true. As Salvationists, they believe their new faith properly aligns with the will of Wayfather Serranos, and they are distancing themselves from their former religious institutions. So let's see what the 4 steps of salvation exactly are. So, they are evil. They are hostile to us. And they have a lot of fervor. Alright, so the 4 steps of salvation was a heresy of the life path formed in the mid-9th century by Chevalier aristocrat Discal Denva Vescot. Salvationists preach that the 4 true paths are the way of pain, the way of blood, and the way of dread, and the way of fear, and demand of its followers everything from ritualized cannibalism 2. Mass torture and murder indiscriminate of station, gender, or age. Always on the fringe, Salvation has entered the public eye after a string of brutal murders in Petit Crusader, and briefly rose up in several cities before being brutally stomped down on by an inquisitorial force along with over a dozen knightly orders. Thiskull himself, along with his entire dynasty, was publicly executed, and Thiskull is now considered something akin to a heretical curse word in Chevalian society. Yeah, that's a really not fun religion that has just popped up, and we are definitely not going to join them. That is an option, and we are not going to do that. What twisted mockery of our faith is this? Is right. Let's go ahead and finish up this particular siege, and then let's peace out. Cool. Alright. Please do not tell me that our vassal disembraced it. Why would you do that? No, I don't like you. Alright, can we demand his... Demanding his conversion is not going to work. We may have to take his land from him. We'll see how that works out. Alright, so we've won our war. We have Balpal now. And we're going to go ahead and... Why cannot... There we go. I'm going to go ahead and start converting... Oh, you need to be converted. Okay, not our new land. Alright, so we'll take care of that next. So let's go ahead and accept that ransom. We're going to sway our vassal. If he decides to not join or go back to our original religion, we're going to get rid of him. This religion is not good to have in our area, and I fear what that may make him do. Alright. Now, we learned about his religion. Let's learn about ours, which I should have done from the beginning. Alright, so we have communal identity, monasticism, and the life path. So communal identity gives it so that conversion speed in counties of my culture is plus 50%. Promote culture speeds in counties of my faith plus 50%. And it makes it harder for other counties and cultures to take hold. And then we get a same faith opinion plus 10, which is powerful. Monasticism, courtiers can take the vows and become a monk. Makes temperate a virtue. Temperate's such a great life skill, by the way. Fantastic. And then we have the life path. So followers may choose a life path when they become an adult. Consider the Chevalvoki faiths to be hostile, which we'll learn more about. It makes diligent a virtue. All right, so we have theocratic clergy. Lay clergy is way better. It's pretty basic. It's pretty basic religion. And holy sites. We're probably not going to own any of these. I lie. We actually are a holy site. We are a holy site. That's fantastic. Because that's going to give us some extra bonuses as well. All right. And the reading of this. So, Conclave of Rao Court. At the age of 16, every marcher is supposed to choose a path, or more controversially, have one forced by a parent or lord. That dictates the role they are to play in both marcher society and the world. They are tutored in this path by a waymaster, one skilled in their rule, who has dedicated their life to teaching initiates studied the ways of the revered way saints of the past, who guide the spirits in aiding the faithful down their paths. For most of the faith's existence, its priesthood has organized beneath the conclave of Rakart. So we're not really a religion as much as we are a order, which is kind of nice. All right. So we can now have a grand tournament, which sounds fine, but we need to get our piety up, and we need to get our prestige up. Now, something else that came in recently in Crusader Kings is the legitimacy feature. Now, we're going to want to raise our legitimacy, and just about everything raises legitimacy. We actually got a bunch of legitimacy for winning that war, but let's go ahead and look at some of our activities. So, a hunt is always fun, and in fact, a hunt we're going to explore later because we want to wait until we get through enough of our... Nope, wrong thing. Of our life path to most likely... I'm going to go ahead and reset this. And yes, we're going to get the critical, that's fine. But we're going to reset that, and we are going to go down Strategist. Strategist is so powerful. We'll do that. So we're going to go for Strategist, and then we're probably going to switch over to Enrichment. But this is just too powerful path to ignore. And we are going to immediately have a feast. Now, fees are great. They help raise our county development. We don't have to do anything else. It costs a lot less because of where we're doing it. And we're going to get rid of our stress as well. And increase our prestige and our legitimacy. So, feast, making time. Servants run across the halls, bringing the final decoration. Some of the guests yet to arrive, and I indulge myself with a delicious drink by the fire. Oh, I seem to have spotted some veal cutlets already. We have a lovely time ahead of us. All right. So we're going to go ahead and play through that. Helps if I unpause. Oh, this is good. So, whenever you go over a stress level in Crusader Kings 3, you get something called a mental break. And usually, these first two options are incredibly negative. But let's go ahead and read through this. So, mental break, wanton desires. Lately, it feels like I'm constantly being distracted by lascivious thoughts and erotic fantasies. Of all the hardships of my everyday life, it is all too easy to lose myself in daydreams and forget about reality. These desires are clearly interfering with my life, but what should I do about them? So our first option would be I must sequester myself to avoid temptation. So that means that he gets the reclusive trait. Me and this guy are no longer friends. I lose 30 stress though, and then if I am stressed in 5 years, I may suffer another mental breakdown. That's fine. But reclusive isn't good. Now it helps with stress loss, but it does drop my diplomacy, and even worse, my stewardship. However, maybe a different kind of outlet will help. We get the athletic trait, which gives us +1 to our prowess, a small health bonus, and that 20% stress loss. This is fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and take athletic, and we're going to move through that. All right, feast, a cheery gathering. The guests are gathered in the great hall, lords and ladies from near and far reaches of the realm. I must admit that not being able to bring weapons detract from the appeal of a celebration. The mood is bright, and the spirits are high as the feast begins. Welcome, friends. And that's just neighborly roars happening. That's fine. All right. Feast, Lodagir's Fowlery. Servants were carrying out impressively adorned interments, a number of proud peacocks, skinned, cooked, and stuffed, then redressed in their magnificent plumages. However, as Baron Ludiger brought his knife close to one of them, the fowl came to with a shriek. This one wasn't cooked at all. It pecked at Ludiger's nose before bursting forth among the screaming and laughing guests. As the bird ran wild, Radomir rose to the challenge. It proved great entertainment to see him desperately chase the raving creature across tables. In the end, he managed to scare the peacock towards the great hall doors where it escaped into the night. Ah, no feast is complete without a prank. You gain miraculous entertainment for 5 years. So for 5 years, we get a health bonus of a medium boost and stress gain -20%. So we are not going to get stressed at all. All right, feast, a pleasing atmosphere. And our wise diplomatic skill improves by 1. Which will help us in the long run, most likely. Ah, is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flickering torchlights play off every wall. Light bouncing like laughter around the hall. We're a motley band, it's true, but here and now I feel like this party could take on the world and win. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. Now, this will allow us to move around and talk to some of these people around us and maybe also give us some experience. So what we're going to go and do is go with good folk to mingle with here. Every guest with at least one trait in common with you gains 20 opinion of us, and we lose 18 stress, but that's fine because we'll fully get rid of this by the end. All right, Feast of Bird's End. After days and nights of joyous company, my feast is soon going to be over. Most every guest seems to be pleased, except perhaps Ludiger, who's still clutching his nose where the peacock marked him. We should do this more often. And most likely because our feast is not too big, we don't get to have multiple options of talking to multiple people. We should probably also ransom off the people that we have in our dungeon, but we'll take care of that after the feast. Alright, feast, words of war. What right does Shriek think he has to claim that my ideas of warfare are misguided? Claiming that my ideas would break down the moment combat is met. What does he know, really? I would love a chance to settle this on the battlefield. So, at least Shriek showed you that you are able to defend your understanding of the martial ways. I'm going to get discussion on strategy for 5 years. So, discussing strategies with experienced commanders has proved fruitful for this character. which means that I get a maximum advantage roll of a +5, and my army movement is even higher. We get 100 martial life, but Shriek doesn't like us, and that's fine. He's our friend. He'll learn. He'll move on. All right, hook gained. We got a hook on our Duke, or on our vassal here. Remember, he's part of that evil religion, so I may use that hook to kind of get him to leave it. All right. Feast in my house. I did everything I could, ensuring that Shriek and Comte Valdare would be as far from each other as possible. It was not enough, and now they have come to blows in the middle of my feast. One of my guards is close to the brawl and looks to me for the order to intervene. Ooh. We're gonna throw Valdare. Ooh. Okay. If we throw Valdare out, he's probably going to become our rival, and then making him convert is not going to work. If we throw our friend out, he's going to be mad, but at least we're getting closer to being friends with this guy, and we can convert him back to our religion. So, I'm sorry, our friend. We're going to not take your side. Alright. Feast, the celebrations end. Few candles survive after the last of the guests have left. I can hear a pair of servants letting out sighs of relief after the doors close. The food is still warm on the ceramic plates. Soon, word will reach every corner of the realm, and every noble worth their salt will know that my magnificence is unparalleled. With all my guests leaving my castle with the entire contents of my vast pantry in their bellies, I am proud to say that the feast was a success. Nevertheless, I am still grateful that the endeavor is over for now. And with that, it's all done. So we get 10 opinion of our non-courtly, we get 150 prestige, 20 legitimacy, we get closer to forming eager reveler, which is pretty nice, and our legitimacy increases. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll wait. So we've already recouped a lot of our money from that, and we need to, accept that ransom. Is there anybody else that we can ransom? Yes, there is. We'll sell you off. Our wife is pregnant yet again, and training a war horse. As I inspect the stables, my gaze is drawn to a stallion kept away from all others. He throws his head and stomps his hooves, displaying his powerful hindquarters and well-arched neck. This creature has the best conformations and the worst of tempers. I have never seen such a warhorse before, but the stable master insists that he is impossible to train. Alright, so let's see. I am not one to back away from a challenge. Such a fine steed will fetch a hefty price, and my stable master will learn a lot from taming him. This is not bad, because we already have a light cavalry, but that's only for 15 years. Getting this will help give us a lifestyle perk and a horse, which is really powerful for us later on. So we're going to try and tame this horse. Alright, so training a warhorse. The horse pins his ears back as I approach. His disregard for me crystal clear. This first meeting is important to earn his trust and respect, and I need to decide how to go about it. Alright, so we have a steady hand is required to tame this beast. If I am gentle and move slowly, he will trust me, which is going to have us use our diplomacy skill. This is going to have us use our prowess. If I remember right, our prowess is 30, which is really good. And then everyone has their price, which is intrigue. And I don't think our intrigue or our diplomacy is that good. Yeah, our intrigue is 3, and diplomacy is 10, which isn't bad. But we are definitely going to use our prowess here. Alright. Training a warhorse. It is a mighty feeling. The powerful horse follows my every whim. Now that I have earned his trust, he seems almost fond of me. I will keep him as my personal warhorse. This was rewarding. I'll do it again. Which means that we get tamer of warhorses or horses for 10 years. This isn't too good of a benefit in comparison to actually gaining a warhorse itself. And we gain that prowess. We gain the 25 a month. But we also can name the warhorse. And we can also kind of add bonuses to our warhorse. So we're going to go with a name inspired by history. And it is different than in base game. So all these names, you don't recognize them, but they seem cool. So inspired by the famous mounts belonging to the leaders and heroes of old, I will name my stallion after one of them. Ermod the Witchbreaker steed sounds really cool, so we're going to call him Ermod. Alright, so we got a new benefit. We're going to get hit and run. Awesome. Alright, so we need to bring this county under control. Successful Marcher reunification. Despite doubts from some, Chancellor Drogue of Assot, or Ost, has defeated Comtesse Mathilde of Mansa in his quest to reunite Chevalier. See, Chancellor Drogue's kingdom and bleh, kingdom bleh, and force him to swear fealty. I don't know why these names really trip me up, but it's fine. I'll improve over time. We will be watching his career with great interest. Alright, so we have 251 gold, which is really good. And I am tempted to put that back into this. This would give us a little bit of higher taxes. Not exactly what I would want. And you're at 62. So before we do anything else, let's see if we get the mana skim. Oh, he's gonna accept. We do not need to use our hook. That is fine. So you get to stay being a lord. Now we may secretly practice religion, but it's fine. Before we put any more money into this, let's see. We'll put you guys here. We don't have anywhere else that we can station. We're gonna have to go ahead and take over another county. That way we can get some more money incoming. Now, we own the Duchy of Bannerset, which means that we can attack the Kingdom of Moreau for this, but they are very powerful, and that's not worth the fight. But we are close to a kingdom tiled for war or for Zemoish. Well, let's go ahead and see. Let's see if we can fight you. We don't have a Cassis Balai. That will affect us. It'll take us 2 years to get a Cassis Balai against them, which will be worth it. We can't fight these. Oh, no, I lied. We can fight these guys. And we can do a holy war for another county, in fact. And we're going to go ahead and do that. He's weak. So what happened was that his father died of heart failure, which means that we can now immediately attack his son. His son hates us. It does not matter if we attack him or not. He's always going to hate us. Mostly because he follows a different evil religion to us. We'll learn about his evil religion later. But let's go ahead and fight another war against our local enemy over here. So we're going to go for GODHERJA Fort. And she's leading the way again. I would prefer if he leads the way. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to siege this quick. So this county isn't as built up as Balvo was. Balvo actually has room for improvement. And we have money, so we might as well do it. So let's go ahead and we're going to give it... We already won our siege. Let me go ahead and get the next siege go over. Alright. But we're going to go ahead and give it hospices. The sooner that we start getting plague resistance, the better. Again, plagues are no joke in this game. We do not want a plague to pop up at any point. Alright, and we have a daughter now. With a tired, blissful smile, Alicent presents me with a perfect little daughter. Who will become my child, and what shall I call you? Let's go ahead and go with a Carsavizian name. Rosette. Rosette's nice. We'll call her Rosette. And you know what we didn't do? We didn't check to see if Rosette's even good. Rosette's very basic. It's fine. Women do inherit in our culture, but we'll probably just marry her off. It's fine. Valden, it's fine. Arbergier, you're coming out good, but it looks like your marshal is absolutely terrible. Having a good kid is really hard, apparently. Which is fine. It's fine. We won't accept our child for who they are, but we'll figure it out as we go. Alright, took another county. We got more people. This looks like something that we can siege. Is it? It is. Alright, so this is the main county portion. Looks like this was just a castle. Alright, so we have 2 people that we can ransom. We might as well ransom them. This will not hurt our war score. We got another martial perk. So we're going to get sappers. And again, this is why the strategist is so powerful, especially if we're going to go with a lot of conquering early on, is because this increasing, this 0.1 is insane. Because we were to station our Mangonels, it is only a 0.3 increase, and now we're going to increase it by another 0.2. It's super good. So right now, we're sieging at 2.1 a day, which is fantastic for Mangonels. Alright, and our disappointing son had yet another child, and it's a child. The child is not disappointing. They're robust. That's really good. So, my daughter-in-law, Alamir, has given birth to a daughter. Since the little one is part of the Denva Rodare dynasty, she should be blessed with a good name. And let's give her, let's see. After his mother, no. Adois is fine. We don't have a lot of names generated for this. Ingo Hildis. Ingo Hildis shall be your name now, little child. That's a good name. That's a good ancestral name. Alright, enemy armies coming in. They want to fight us. They're going to lose. Oh no, they're actually going to go to siege, which is fine. We'll be done with the siege by the time they even make it anywhere close to sieging that down. Yeah. So we're going to finish off this siege. We're going to go wipe them out, and that should give us enough war score. And we took yet another child as prisoner. Yep. Yeah, our light footmen destroyed their armored footmen. Alright, in the name of the divine, following the death sentence of a lowly thief, I asked my son, Aubergir, what he thought. He expressed doubts about whether any god would want to... whether any god could want a realm to be ruled by such a harsh law. So that means that he's going to get cynical, isn't he? Yeah, cynical. That's... It's not bad. It's not the worst. It increases our arcana, it increases his dark, which we're already kind of increasing with his magic. Yeah, and we don't have a lot of good magical abilities. We're not cynical, though. And I don't know. I feel like just is always good. Yeah. That -3 to intrigue, though, is going to hurt, but our learning increases our initial legitimacy, which is going to be good. We get a little bit more light magic. Oh, but we can also get temperate. Let's see what temperate does in this mod. So it gives us a +2 to stewardship, a small health bonus. Courtly vassals don't like us, but that's fine. We get a bunch of more magic, and it's virtuous to us. No, you are being a temperate son from now on. And we won. Awesome. Another war done. Another territory taken. It's going to take us a while to actually do all that. And we gain some more legitimacy. All right. So what I think we need to do next is go on a pilgrimage. We're going to be committing a lot of holy wars, especially if we can keep abusing our neighbor. But we're going to be doing a lot of holy wars. So let's go ahead and go on a pilgrimage. So we're going to do a pious pilgrimage because we want all the piety that we can get. And it's really cheap to go to Scalport. So we're going to go to Scalport. We're going to need a caravan master, and Ludicent is good. We're only running into a little bit of danger. I want to save some money because we need to start developing our lands. We'll go from there. Pilgrimage, a fresh start. All the while preparing for my journey, I had this sense of serenity and knowing that everything will be all right. I am pleased to embark on this pilgrimage to Gidern in order to get even closer to Wayfather Serranos. And now, more than ever, I feel certain that he will watch over me on my travels. I suppose we must. That's right, we must go on a pilgrimage. Reflections, a beastly omen. As we make our way down this holy road we travel, we are suddenly made to stop as a beast steps out right in the middle of our path. A humble rogue stares at our holy caravan. There's something of a knowing look on the beast's face, as if the mind of a wise old man resides behind those feral eyes. He blinks and then carries on his way. So let's see. Our first option is, that row is a messenger from Wayfather Serranos. Follow him. So we're going to get more pious. We get delayed by 10 days. We gain 100 more piety. And we're going to continue down a quest line. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, we lost the row. Unfortunate, but that 100 piety is good. It definitely makes it a lot more worth it for us. All right, travel other people's pastures. A fine day like this, the weather is nice, the pastures of Billagiv look great, and the local livestock are positively jumping and cheering in their own guttural manner. Calves are walking next to their mothers, their fur shiny and clean. Overall, the place is very competently run, although I do notice a couple of oddities that I would manage a bit differently. The local matriarch approaches me. A fine morning to you, my lord. Are these beauties not a sight to behold? I could apply some of this back home. So at a stewardship channel or challenge, we can, at a 70% chance, improvise improved pastures, which will definitely help our home, our main territory. or we'll get 13 stress. We get a 62% chance to improve and make her a friend. She's not in our land, so it's not too important, or we can just ignore her. Let's try. Let's get the 70%. And yeah, we get improved pastures for 15 years in our home territory, in our capital, actually. All right, so pilgrimage, the arrival. I am here, body and soul, at the great waymeet of Gidreen, or Gidern. As the Waymaster offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had to happen for Wayfather Serranos to bring me here. At this moment in time, a whole lot of walking. I have walked the holy path. I get the pilgrim trait. Alright, so let's see our first event, Lost in Translation. As I stroll around the streets of Gidern, I stop in front of a small waymeet. The building is comparatively bland and humble, but a small crowd of pilgrims has gathered in front of it. When I move in closer, I realize they are scratching their heads trying to make sense of a plaque next to one of the guardian statues, written in a foreign language. This could be an opportunity to do my fellow pilgrims a service. What does the plaque say? So at a 48% chance we decipher it, we get a +1 to learning, or we just ignore it. We might as well just take the row, because regardless it's going to increase our piety, and that chance to get a 1 learning is good, and we don't do it. It's fine. That made us get to our first level of pilgrimage, which doesn't give us any effects in the mod, which is odd. Alright, we increased our devotion, which is always good. Pilgrimage, a true relic. As I wander around the stalls in the market, avoiding as many local foods as I can, waves of people trying to drag me into their houses. I notice a bigger gathering around a specific merchant. Come and buy a true relic for a price that would make Waymother Florenta laugh for decades. The statue of Wayfather Rello, found in this very holy shrine only a few days ago. Gives us a +4 to piety, or +0.4 to piety. Raises our court grandeur, which doesn't matter too much right now, by +1, and zealot vassals like us. For 10, it isn't bad. You know what? We'll do it. Gives us 100 piety as well. We'll equip these things soon. I'm gaining stress. I love to see it. There's a lot of these little events going on. We're going to largely ignore them. All right. Pilgrimage, a skillful courtier. There's only so much a man can pray without looking for other, equally important ways to spend one's time. And Comte Marsurer has a lovely residence that he is so kindly allows me to visit. I hear some voices come from one of the rooms, and in doing this you achieve the greatest technique. I peek inside and I see Radud explaining her craft to a group of interested courtiers, who eagerly follow her teachings. So let's see. What an accomplished master. Maybe I should hire her, which would increase our stress. Now let's see why. So we're going to pay her 30 gold. It's cheaper to employ characters with an obligation hook. You get a weak hook obligation on Radod. Radod joins our court. We're recruiting her directly underneath this guy's nose. That's why we're going to get closer to having a rivalry with him. And we get his strength because we're honest. And she joins our pilgrimage. We do have enough diplomacy to negotiate. You know what? We're just going to ignore this. We don't need her. We don't need her. We're not here to make enemies. We're here to have a good pilgrimage. And conclusion. As our time at this sacred site draws to an end, I feel reassured that while I may not have been the most pious pilgrim out there, I proved my dedication to Highway Father Ranos in more ways than one. This being my first pilgrimage, and while no pilgrimage is exactly alike, I feel confident that I am more familiar with what to expect from this type of spiritual journey in the future. While interesting, I look forward to bunking in my own bed. So, 125 pure or piety. We gain +10 to the pilgrim stat, which we're nowhere near getting a bonus in, and 20 more legitimacy. We're going to finish that pilgrimage. Alright, a restful evening. Our party stops for the evening at a small town and quickly makes ourselves at home in the local Traveler's Inn. It's a somewhat rustic affair, more of a converted barn really, but it'll do. The locals are friendly enough, and the town is well enough stocked that they're willing to sell beer and food, even if the prices are somewhat suspiciously high. Regardless, it doesn't take long for my party to begin feeling the cheer. I suppose I could take this moment as an opportunity to encourage them further by delivering a heroic speech. My fellow hunters, lend me your ears. At 50%, we get 75 prestige, 27% chance to, my drunk speak makes no change to the good mood, and, nothing really happens, or I make the mood worse. Let's do it. 50% chance. I don't know what happened, but that's fine. Alright, travel, chop chop. The massive chopping block in the middle of the logging camp of Saigin has been seen much use. It looks like it's always been there, even before man walked this earth. My shoulders are tense and my forearms tremble slightly from built-up stress as I approach the magnificent wooden trunk. I carefully place a piece of discarded timber at the podium, and in one swift motion I raise my axe. There is a 5% chance for us to maim ourselves, which would probably be the worst outcome possible. Or we get 130 stress loss, which we have no stress. I really don't see any benefit in us doing this and swinging this. This does not help us. We're just gonna ignore it. We're just gonna go back. All right, and we're back at house school. All right, pilgrimage, the return. My journey has been a long one, but I've finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed in how the way leaders and waymasters treat me. I have undergone the journey of a holy man, and they insist it has changed something about me, whether I can see it or not. Fantastic. Alright. And we are about to get a claim. And this is what I was talking about earlier with our horse, or mod, Trusty Stallion. We can kind of improve the horse. I believe if we make him stronger, increases our prowess, which is what we're probably going to do. So a renowned trainer has approached me after hearing rumors of my mighty stallion, or mod, and offers his services. All he asks in return is a small compensation, which is fine. 30 gold to make him stronger sounds great. Alright. And now we replace Warhorse with Strong Warhorse, and it gives us a plus 10% levy side. That is good. Alright, and we are going to take this unpressed claim. We're going to spend all our money, and we're going to immediately invade. We want your land, and we are going to fight you for it. Alright, so this should be a really easy battle. Yeah. They may have the advantage with bowmen, but our light horseman does... Oh, hey, look at that. We actually take it. Which is perfect, because we didn't have... No, we barely have enough men to take it, the fort itself. So this is perfect. We took that instantly. And we're going to disband. That was a quick war. Fantastic. So now we get Doins. Doins is actually a really good... That's a really good land. Alright. This is still building. Yeah. All right. I mean, this is going as well as expected. Not as disappointing. Sun is doing okay. I'm glad to see that. And we get strategists. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to switch to enrichment now. Now, one of the main reasons why we're doing this is because Beast Hunter. We can hunt monsters. Because this mod adds monsters into it. I have not been able to hunt a monster yet. And I really want to hunt a monster. So let's see. We get a glory focus to have a name to be remembered. That is the true calling of life. It gains us plus 3 to prowess, plus 0.5 prestige. That's fine. We have fortune focus. Eris is full of riches, ripe for plucking for those willing to get their hands dirty. Gain additional gold from journeys is really good. Money is just so good. So we're probably going to take this. The intrigue's kind of whatever. The stewardship's kind of whatever. That plus 5% monthly income is good. Or we can do enlightenment focus. The greatest joy is to experience the depths of the world. We gain skills from journeys, which is really good. Guest recruitment, minus 50% is fine. Different cultural opinions, whatever. Popular opinions, whatever. We don't have a lot of vassals. We only have one. Learn language is fine. Yeah, it's either fortune and glory, and honestly, we have so much prowess that we don't really need, or prowess, that we don't really need it. So let's get fortune, and we're going to go for Beast Hunter. Speaking of, we should probably go on a hunt right now. It's going to be a while before we actually... Do we have enough money? We definitely need a Master of the Hunt. Who will be Ludicent, because Ludicent does it all. Can we ransom... Yeah. Can I ransom you? No. Who's your parents? Dead. Oh. We just inherited something. What just happened? No. I don't care about the betrothal right now. Oh! Oh! Well, that helps. We just inherited a bunch of land in hostile territory, but yeah, we inherited. Okay. You know who's actually going to get this? Who deserves tribal land? Bad Son. Bad Son, I'm going to give you. What? I mean, you don't stand to inherit this. Who's going to inherit that? Who's getting that? Why are you only getting? Yeah, that's right. Because each kid gets to inherit something. So slightly disappointing son gets that land. Rosade gets nothing. What do you get? Oh, you get our new land. I really don't like that. We need to. Can we change this to Mel? Why can't we? High Crown Authority. Oh. Oh no. That's not good. We can't change that. We don't have high partition, that's for sure. We also need limited Crown Authority. Alright. There's no way that we're going to get high Crown Authority. So what we're going to have to do is that we're going to have to either kill off some of these kids, or he will have to kill off some of them, or we disinherit, but disinheriting is really not good in the current state of this game, because it destroys our legitimacy just completely. I did want to give bad land to bad son, though. Alright, let's see. 6 stallion. Oh no, our war horse is sick. So the 6 stallion, as Hermod trudges out of the stable, dragging his legs and hanging his head, there can be no doubt the stallion is sick. The stable master assures me that there is a cure to be found for what ails him, but it comes at a hefty price. Yeah, we're going to save our horse. Out of everything, we're going to save him. Yeah, Bleeder is bad. And we're going, if we're war, no, this is get a better daughter. Get a better daughter, and I'll consider that. Who is fighting you? We kind of want this land. Another weakling is fighting you, it looks like. Oh, he's not weak. No, he's weak. He's... Oh, no, he's not weak. He has Moreau on his side. But we want that land. Or do we? Because if we go for war, we'll be kind of okay. That's fine. Can we declare war? No. So we need this land too. Yeah. Okay. So we're not going to focus on war too much. We do have to get rid of actually one of these. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to give this to Slightly Disappointing Son. So Slightly Disappointing Son, I'm no longer going to or I wasn't even educating you. I don't really care about Slightly Disappointing Son. Slightly Disappointing Son, you're going to get that land, and I'm going to kind of hope that you get overthrown and killed. And that will help so many things if Disappointing Son number 2 dies. Yeah, we'll be your friend. That's fine. And we don't have a... Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay, we should probably create another accolade. Just to get this going. Oh, Sheik! We get Contender, which is nice, and Thug. That's Dreadgain. Dreadgain's okay. Disciplinarian is super good. So we're going to do that. So the Knight Marshal, a Bannerset. And we already have someone who can be in it. That's fantastic. Alright. Let's go ahead and station this. And we're probably going to put some more money into our reward machine here. So we're going to do one of these and one of these. And we're going to wait for that to build up before we go to war again. We're going to have to keep going to war at this point. It's unfortunate that Moreau next to us has grown so powerful. He has no children, though. Which makes me wonder, would you accept... Would you accept Ingelhildis? Ingelhildis, the fantastic... Our fantastic person? You would? Ingelhildis is probably about to make the biggest play in existence right there. Good work, Ingelhildis. So he's now part of our alliance. Which makes me think that we should be able to fight these guys next to us soon. So the reason why I wanted this county is because we can basically get a really easy kingdom off of this because it's only a 2-county kingdom. But we weren't fast enough on it, which is fine. Alright, the Marcher Reunification War. After the disappearance of the High King, the children have fought over the claim of Shivali. Today marks yet another war in the saga, as Chancellor Drogue of Oz has declared war on King Clement of Vardavet for his piece of the empire. Fantastic. Now, we will be able to join in on this, but what we need is a claim on a county that is part of this whole war. And our wife is cheating on us? We'll confront her. She maybe not. Alright. We need 1500 prestige. So what we're probably going to do, we're going to prestige max. Because we want to get involved in that. And we're going to go ahead and go for a hunt. Alright. So we're going to go here. We don't have enough money. We're going to go on a hunt eventually. Is what we're definitely going to do. The Dark Cave. One of the children at court, Haudois, has taken the ragdoll of a younger girl and thrown it into a nearby cave. My son was there and saw it all happen. Abrogir flew into a fit of rage and beat Haudois bloody. This didn't help the younger girl, who started crying even more. It seems that Abrogir has trouble controlling his anger. Wrathful. That's a trait. Yeah, that's a trait. Let's see, we can get brave. Brave is good. Likelihood of dying in battle sucks, but that's good. Stubborn? Stubborn's not good. We're gonna go with brave. A brave son. In comparison to our really bad son. Alright, gout. Now we have gout. That's this affects us. Alright. Gout ridden, the price of indulgence. They call it the disease of kings, as if there was something luxurious or enviable about my swollen, aching joints. My big toe, in particular, is painfully distended, leaving me limping. When my pain reaches their peak, I cannot help but wish I had been born a simple peasant. My physician, Rodomir, sits down some souse beside me. You have my sympathies, my lord. I have a few ideas which might lessen the symptoms of gout. We're going to do no more than necessary. The little brighter, that is our best outcome. We could probably get rid of gout. I forgot to read that, but it's fine. We'll probably get rid of it. I'm not too worried about the whole gout thing. Alright. So we got our money up, which means that we're going to go ahead and get our hunt up. We're going to hunt. Alright. So we have hunting grounds. We're going to get diligent training. This will help us out a lot. There's a stag here. We're going to go for that stag sighting. Stags are always good. Alright. Hunt. A tentative start. I will be hosting a hunt in Yasin, and time has come for us to depart. While not at peak health, I shall do my best to entertain my guests. I'm certain this event will be enjoyable for everyone involved. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but you at 35%, you got this, buddy. Soon. As we wait the arrival of the rest of the guests, my servants can get started on the preparations. The gamekeepers check the wilderness every day for signs of quarry, while establishing a camp closer to the hunting grounds. The deer are close. I can feel it. We're going to change this to slay beast. This may not go our way, but we're going to slay it. Hunt. Stalking the... Oh, we're hunting a camel. In the forest. Ludicent, your master of the hunt summons a party to gather as the light reaches a camp in the wilderness near Yasin. My men have been gathering sightings of the camel that roam the local area. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity for recent tracks and fumes. While there are sadly no signs of a buck in the area, there are evidently plenty of camels. Let's see if the rumors are true. Yeah, let's hunt a camel. Camels are fun. Alright. Hunt. Rumors. The noise of the others has faded as my Chevalier, Rodolphe, and I stalk up on the camel. We are almost within striking distance when Rodolphe whispers, "Now that we are finally alone, there is something I have to tell you about Ludicent, our fantastic master of the hunt, our great knight. And honestly, I could care less because I want to kill a camel." Hey, I got 10 bucks. Alright, we follow our quarry. Hunt the lovers. We follow our quarry into the wilderness, slowly but surely gaining on the flighty camels. It suddenly spooks, charging away in another direction, and as I move to see what scared it, I can scarcely believe my eyes. Rodolphe and Ludicent entangled on the ground in a passionate embrace. You are both not married. And honestly, Rodolphe, where are you, dear Rodolphe? That's Rudahar. You're not Rodolphe. Where's Rodolphe? Why do we have so many men? Why are you not marriable? Rodolphe, who are you? Who do you belong? You're mine. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna marry Ludicent. You fools. Okay, or not, because Ludicent doesn't appear. Are you unable to marry? Fine. Have her. I don't care. Yeah, I saw. Oh no! Get up! I feel the beast is nearby. We're gonna get that increase, and I cucked Ludicent, which makes me feel bad. So you will also get a husband who is. Oh, it's because he didn't have a trait. I had traits on. Oh, that's unfortunate. Anyway, marry a goth. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Hunt, cornering the camels. The caravan master Ludicent is the first to spot it. A flighty male is hard to distinguish, but there's no doubt it's there, observing us through the leafy brush or bushes. It locks eyes with me, and almost as though the animal senses my intent, suddenly takes off in a flash of brown fur. And we are going to right after it. We want to kill this camel. Do not do this to me. Hunt, treacherous game. Like all game, the slippery camel has many tricks, blenches, and ruses that can fool even experienced hunters. My caravan leader, Ludicent, has halted the party. The male has been beating up and foiling down the brooks of the wilderness, trying to throw off its scent. There is no agreement over which course to follow, and each moment we tarry puts us further from our prize. So we can trust Ludicent. She has a 65% chance. We can hire local guides, screw over Ludicent, which we already cucked her, so I don't feel bad doing that. What? The White Road. I follow the beast track into the wilderness as though in a trance, an almost unnatural silence hanging heavily over the world. Duke, there you are. The sudden shout startles me. Ludicent and the rest of my party have caught up. Alright, let's see. I will not rest until I find it. We have suddenly switched from camels to white rolls, but we get a legendary sighting. Yeah, it got away this time. We're going to go after a white row. No! No camels for us tonight. Hunts like these are pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. Yep, we leave empty-handed. It's fine. We get a little bit more hunter trait. It's unfortunate. Oh, and our level of fame went up. We are now distinguished. Very nice. We are now a distinguished man. Arrival at long last. Yep, that's fine. It's the same thing that we've been reading. Can we fight you again? We cannot. My son, Lothar, to keep... Ooh. Lothar. You're robust. That's good. Yeah, the gore, the separation of all of our land is going to really hurt us. What do we need for the Kingdom of O'Hare? Oh, we just need a duchy tile with 500 gold? That's easy. Can we get the duchy... Can we get this? No. We get this. That hurts us. So we need this. This is what we need. And we need to declare war on you at some point. I don't care about the Voleric populace. And we missed that. Again, taking this would have been ideal. But it's not in the cards for us. And they are in a war, though. They're losing bad, too. What is that about? It's really tempting to declare war on you and get a claim on that county. Can we declare a war on you? Even no, we're not neighbors. We can't declare war. Yeah, we'll go to your feast. Cost us only 10. We'll make that back. Yeah, the gout isn't helping us, as it turns out. All right, making time. The servants run across the halls. That's all kind of the same. They're dancing it up, but we're going to get a claim real quick on duo. I want this. All right. Every guest is gathered in the great hall. Our gracious host, Comte Valdare, has welcomed us all to the feast. I was looking forward to this. All right. Feast, the dilemma. The feast is dwindling down, and I find myself deep in conversation with my resolute marshal, Marquis Adore. Or Adore? She inquires about my opinion of the blessings of family, a subject she is deeply interested in. So we can become friends with her. Let's become friends with her. Feast, a pleasing atmosphere. Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? This is kind of the same thing that we did earlier, so I'm not going to fully read it. We're going to hang out with other people of our trait to hopefully get some more martial or more kind of experience from this. Oh, that's nice. A florist ends Rosette's first impassioned recital. Eyes are dried, tables thumped. Another tale, offers she. So I sing of how great the Chevalier Ludicent led comrades through great peril, of shriek, standing fast like a mountain. These warfarers rivals those of old. Doubtlessly, as the feast performers ramble on over the course, my favorite tale will be retold many times. So this will increase this, our tactician and blade master, which is nice. So we're gonna sing praises of Ludicent. A feast with a friend. It is such a joy to see my friend Marquis Adore. Once again, we eat, drink, and sing together as if no time has passed since we parted last. 3 days ago. We could have been dining in a barn, and this would have still been one of the greatest feasts I've ever been to. What would life be without Adore? Reinvigorating friendship for 5 years. That's a huge boost. Does a lot of good things for us. A toast too. So Baroness Lucine. It's a decent speech. It's a bit long-winded, but that's usually how these things go. The assembled guests clap and whoop politely, some more enthusiastically than others. And I'm going to put here, or... Yeah, here. We're not here to be jerks. Time to go. Daylight pours through windows, and in just one moment, the whole hall becomes illuminated. Most of the seats are now empty. Some servants hand me my weapons and take their leave with a cheery bow. What a pleasure it was to have you with us. Comte Valdare smiles at me. Now it's time to wash off the traces of merriment of wine and once more resume my duties as a lord. We get more legitimacy. This is always nice. We can pick up Eager Reveler. It's not bad. We'll go with it. We'll be Eager Reveler. We're fun. We're a party guy. Yeah. All right. Arrival. At long last, I'm finally home. Same thing that we've been looking at. We'll go from there. All right. We got some gold coming in. Making good money. And now... A Gitero strike. A Gitero has struck the ballage of petty Gisred. Tempers have exploded. Old grudges brought to a boiling point, and a wave of bloodshed has swept the region. Living magi were affected particularly hard, all apparently having seen a notable dulling of their inherent abilities. A powerful magical phenomenon of unknown cause and variable intensity. A Gitero strikes without warning and has profound effects on the emotions and personality of any within the affected region. Though not always the same in their consequences, most often they dramatically intensify any negative personal traits that an individual has already had. So Gitaros are a strange metaphysical anomaly that strikes the world seemingly random at random times. Wide-ranging magical waves of unknown origin. Gitero have done everything from altering human mental states to tearing down mountains to sinking entire continents depending on the severity. The most important one in modern history was the Oderstund, which struck Aversaria in 1168 IS, and it greatly heightened the vices of the realm's magi. This matches a trend to most Gitero affecting magi more than mundane humans. While their cause is unknown, several scholars have noted they seem to be getting more severe and more frequent as history has continued. This rate growing rapidly since fraud broke now. Yeah, let's hope that does not happen to us. So where is this? Ah, it's fine. It's nowhere near us. Nowhere near us. We don't care. Oh, Moreau has grown. They're good allies. That's good. Oh no, they took more of this. Garou has grown too much, I think. Alright, so let's see. Let's go ahead. And we're going to go ahead and probably increase still. Yeah, we need to increase there still. We need to at least stabilize one region for a little bit. And go from there. We're waiting on this more than anything. And the reason why I want to hunt monsters is because they added in this bestiary. It takes a second for it to load. There it goes. So yeah, they added in this entire bestiary to this. So whenever we hunt something, like, let's see. Let's say that we wanted to hug a stag. It gives us all these different information about them, as well as what regions they're found in. So I believe that we were hunting a camel before. Let's see if we can find camel anywhere. And we're going to read through these as we actually successfully hunt something. So whenever we successfully kill an animal in a hunt, we're going to go ahead and read... Dire crap. We're going to go ahead and read its description. I'm not seeing camel. I wonder if camel just got mistranslated to stag. So what we are going to do, we're going to put this on notify. That way, whenever it becomes available, we get notified of it. I guess we can designate a guardian, and I guess it can be me. Or disappointing son. We can't really commit any wars. We've kind of defeated most of our local enemies. And now we're going to get into an issue where we're going to have to fight either really big guys, or we're going to have to wait for claims. Now, is there another duchy I can own? We don't have enough for that duchy. Alright, you want to... No. A lisp? Can I get a good trait for my okay son? For Abajir, who's become a Chad? Why is he so wide? Alright. Let's see. This is our hunt. Oh, he comes of age. Nice. Alright, so Abajir comes of age. With his coming of age, my tuition of Abajir is at an end. So, always the clever child, Abajir proved time and time again over the course of his studies that he had a natural affinity for careful planning and more than a little misdirection. He now knows a lot of ways to get what he wants. Most importantly, he is highly aware of his political implications of those he wants. So he gets Intricate Web Weaver, which is the level 3. That is so good. Alright, we're going to blow all our money. Huh. The world is red. I feel like that could probably... Ooh, this map is huge. This is a really big map. Going back to the issues of our lands. Okay, something in common. We're in the bathhouse, and our Valdari is you know, he's flipping out. But we're just going to become friends. I don't want to keep looking at him flip out on the screen. What is happening? Blood moon. Oh, so Ervaler is dyed in a sand-green shade of red, an omen of ill repute signifying conflict and disaster. So magic from sacrifices increases, which is fine, because we haven't at all explored the magic system, and we're going to get Beast Hunter, and we're going to hunt monsters. I don't know what that means for us, but it's going to give us a chance to hunt monsters, and I like that idea. It would also help if we put on the things that we own. There we go. Yeah, I only assume this means good things for us. Alright, the White Row. Since I started my search, reports of White Row sightings have been coming in from all over Benares. There we go. To shift through the accounts of sort fact from fiction is a huge task. So I can either employ people, my steward could do it and he could be angry at me, but it's fine, he's my friend. Yeah, no, steward, you do it. I trust you. Yeah, so we haven't really done any magic because we don't really have the abilities to do it. We need a court magi, which we can hire right now. If I remember right, it's here. Yeah. Like, we can't hire a court Magi because we have none. So we have to do decision. Yeah, search for Magi. We'll do the decision for it. Oh, another Valdare? Oh no, this is actually our people. Yeah, we'll do Valdare. Okay, so we should be able to technically cast spells now. Because our court Magi can do it. Oh, peekaboo. Alright, I can hear it, echoing down the corridors, like giggles occasionally breaking out into full peals of laughter as I round the corner the culprits are revealed. Abajir, with judging by the discarded books strewn across the table, his study very much abandoned, has his brother, Lothar, clutching his arms. The baby pushes happily as Abajir peeks through his fingers at him, the two of them giggling happily. Oh, okay, that's cute. You know what? We're wholesome. So if we were to cast Ryu, what can we do? We have to offer you something to cast? Alright. What kind of magic can you cast? You can only cast the solar healing. Alright. Yeah, I mean, kind of whatever. We don't have great magic. Yeah, we're going to be in the red for a little bit, but that is worth it. Who did I get that on? Did I get on here? I did. So my hope is that if we declare war on him, Moreau will either A, stay out of it, or B, we can call him in. And that would help us out severely. Evershare, is there anybody good out there for you? Ideally with stewardship, because I want you to be my main. We can marry you to a dwarf. Family reputation. We can get exceptional mad guy traits. Oh, if only you were younger. Oh, let's wait a little. Let's wait a little to see if we get any more people. My granddaughter will be trained by you because it doesn't really matter. Oh. Hey. Hey! You can declare war on people. Oh, because you broke 3. Alright. Who's your ally? I don't care. We're actually going to go against you. Actually, wait, what's this? Defensive Chevalier. We vassalize him. I want to take the property. Yeah, we're just gonna blow right through them, honestly. And we take it instantly. And we're not making any money off of these wars, but we are gaining territory, which is going to help us out. See, the implacable Duke Ogier of Benareset. I have been corresponding with Chancellor Baron Lodoger, and I must say that I've come to see you in a new light. Perhaps you're even someone that I would one day be proud to call a friend. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to have to declare war on you, bud. Oh, we get Aspiring Blade Master. Keenest Blade's Edge. God. Good. Beams Ludicent again. Sword claims against sword. Will against will. The need for victory is all the novice sword fighter feels, but the masterful knight Ludicent smiles as he swamps aside blows. I slake my assault, exhausted. Your hand knows the sword well, my lord, says the Chevalier, as does your son's. There's an art to your fury, something to nurture. Alright, we both get Aspiring Blade Master. That's good. Alright. Plan is simple. We are going to hope that Moreau does not betray us. I would like to call him in, but I would also like to save money. Or not money. Maybe we can... No. He won't accept. Yeah. Which means that he hopefully won't accept on joining the war against us. Right? Spending money on him. We'll do a strong horse again. Oh, he's now a very strong horse. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Almost sets off the gallop. Alright, so now we just sit back and wait. honestly. And the Blood Moon's back. We love to see it. Alright, our son learned a language. That's good. Yeah, I'm not really worrying about languages right now. Alright. Oh, that was a lot of money. Oh, that was... War is so profitable. Alright, we're going to take that. So luckily, it appears that he won't join in the war against us because we're both the same ally, so that's fine. Let's see. Compassionate Discord. Moved by my tribulations, Marquis Lynette has offered me her counsel and aid on many occasions, hoping to alleviate the burden of my duties. However, Lynette's attention has incurred the ire of Comte Valdori. Lynette cannot be trusted. This is merely a ploy to exploit you. Can the three of us not be friends? Yeah, can we not be friends? I know it's a third... Okay, yeah, I just piss him off. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. In 5 months, we'll have more war. You see, I'm out here serving, and you guys are out here dying. A lesson in charity. Shriek brought my grandson Bodawin to the market today. Bodawin was to hand out alms to the poor and needy, learn about charity and a ruler's plight to the less fortunate. The scatterbrained child couldn't decide who to give the gold to, Shriek says, visibly annoyed. At the end, he had given 1 coin to the one-legged launderer, 1 to a blind urchin, and used another coin to buy strawberry compote. Gave 1 to me, of all people, and lost the last one in a ditch. It seems that little Bottom is quite unable to make up his mind. So he gets Fickle, and Fickle's good, generous is whatever. Let's go with Fickle. Alright, let's see. Imad, the 6 stallion. Yeah, we're gonna save you. We want to save our 6 stallion. We like our horses. Yeah, we just have a forward artifact. Alright, took another. He's 18 now, but that's fine. Alright, so what we're probably going to do, we're going to aim to, if we take this, we may go for the easy empire, or the easy kingdom, and go for the Grand Duchy of Samoy. More, perfect. Go for this really easy war, and then we'll go from there. Luckily, this guy is just losing, and he's lost a lot of soldiers. So we're in such a good state right now. Who's leading? It's you. I should lead this battle, first and foremost. So yeah. Hopefully, whenever anybody ends up watching this, you guys are enjoying this particular game. I love Crusader Kings 3, and this mod is really cool. So it's really nice seeing nice or good mods come out. So let's see. While stopping downs, gain a success chance bonus while hunting in your realm. Grizzled going on a hunt is cheaper, which would be nice. And gain a significant prowess advantage in skins game before he successfully hunted. Let's go with Grizzled. That's going to help us out, money-wise. Yeah, hopefully you are enjoying this in some capacity and are interested in seeing more. Let's go ahead and head off this army, if I can click correctly. Oh, the White Row. My lord, to search for your row of yours for a mere beast, I have to admit, it worries me. My friend Shriek approaches me as I shift through reported sightings of the White Row. Evidently, anything that distracts so much attention could have been sent by Caternoix. Do not assume its existence is a sign from higher way Father Row. Let's go with the 76. Nah. As it turns out, I'm not good at talking to any of my friends. My friends do not like talking to me. Alright, let's fight him. And we took him prisoner. Alright. That's all we needed. Now I'm going to spam. And now we have too much. Alright, so we don't really need the Seek. Actually, what's not a good plan? Martial reunification. Despite some doubts, High Prince Drogue of Var the Vet has defeated Comte Clement the Young of Oserain in the quest to reunite Chevali. High Prince Drogue's kingdom and forced him to swear fealty. Nice. Nice. A lot of war happening out here. We're definitely going to get rid of this, and we're going to give it to Abergir, a dwarf. We'll give it to Rodolphe. Alright. This means that we should be able to declare war on you. Yeah. And we're going to quickly do this. I know we're getting a lot of wars in, but we need it. The sooner we do these things, the better. Yeah, easy. You know what? We also probably need to go through our prisons really quick. Oh. Yeah, we'll do that. Do that. Took a lot of really impressive people in that last war. It's 4 gold. 4 gold. 10. Yeah. We got all the money that we need. Alright, now issue is that their army's free, but they're not powered enough to take anything. Oh, let's see, with glee, I took Rosette out playing with a bow, and to my surprise she ran into a wounded doe. When she showed me the animal, its wounds were evidence of a slow and torturous death. Rosette just smiling, and she can get sadistic. Huh. Let's go with ambitious. You know, let's turn that sadism into ambition. Oh, another one in the Sankak of Hot. Oh, yeah, it's far. We don't even have to worry about that. It's so far away, no worries. Yeah, so this is a hard one to take. So we're going to have to wait a while to take it. And hope that we keep our forces up long enough. Oh, we can... Ooh. No, that's not. That's a really dumb idea to go against him. Yeah, see, that's just dumb. That's a dumb idea for us. That's why someone with high learning. And let's put this on 5 times. Yeah, we'll almost be done. Hey, I'm no longer gout-ridden. I had to restrict myself and give up a great deal of life's many pleasures, but it is a sacrifice I would gladly make again. There are other things to enjoy in life than food and drink. Now that my pains no longer hinder me, I'm finally free to pursue them. Alright, we got rid of gout. We are now gout-free. This is good times. And we won. Okay, we're going to disband. We're going to whack it on down to fastest or speed. We're above domain, but that's fine. Ooh, that is... Ooh. That's nice. Yeah, you know what, Bubble? I'm going to give you to Abergir. Abergir, you have a beard now. I'd love to see that off of you. Alright. So what we're going to do first, we're going to create a duchy title. We're going to create the Duchy of Samois here. Gain a bunch of renown. And then we're going to wait till we get that 500 gold. And we are going to go for that next. And we have ransoms that can be made that will get us closer to our goal. It's basically making it so that we don't have to wait 4 months to do that. Oh, why are you no longer stationed somewhere? Alright, honest. Honest is good. We take that. Alright, let's see. Is there anybody good left in the world? 31 isn't bad. Oh. Oh, Amazonian. That's a good trait. We're going to go with that. Yeah, we're going to wait a few months until we can get that. Fantastic. Someone's trying to kill me. Well, that's fine. we'll deal with that when the time comes. Alright, so we need to start probably doing this. A strange noise. They're right back at my castle. After a long, lonely walk, another year passed, another year older. I was born to stay 47 years ago. The older I get, the more I cherish the relationship I've cultivated over the years. So it saddens me that I've not heard from my wife, Alicent, or any of my friends today. I trudge along to my chambers, loneliness impending my lazy feet, when I hear a clang and hushed whispers from down the hallway. Happy birthday! With a surprise, all my nearest and dearest friends have come together to wish me well as I begin this next year of life. There is even an entire table laden with candied figs, my favorite. Here I was thinking that everyone had forgotten about me. I cannot believe that Alicent went to all this trouble of arranging this in secret. I had not a clue that the thoughtful surprise was being planned at all. My friend Sharik approaches me, struggling to carry 3 beautifully wrapped gifts. Even the trickster, he says, I have 3 gifts here for your choosing. One shall be yours, but which shall it be? Let's go with the medium size. And we get Sanctified Stained Glass Shard. Which is really bad. We're not... Yeah, that's cool. That was really cool. Oh, okay, and we have enough money now, suddenly. Alright. Again, this is a really easy kingdom for us to make. Oh, we can actually make this kingdom, too. And this gives us a lot more claims in the future. So we're actually going to make the Kingdom of War. Yeah. Alright, the War Court. As king, you have new duties and responsibilities. You will now be expected to regularly hold court, solving disputes of the realm, and letting your courtiers take part in your daily routines. Baron Ludigar of Haoti is looking sternly at me in direct, almost lectury way. Perhaps this is also some surprise in his eyes. He starts to unfold a beautiful banner, bearing the emblem of House Denva Rodare. One of the ways in which the world will now judge your rule is by how you adorn the care of your royal court. I've taken the liberty to have this made as a gift to mark the beginning of your royal tenure. Let them see their new king. Alright, that means that we can put up court artifacts, and we're going to put up our Rodare House banner there. Dynasty banner. And this thing I just sold. I may destroy that soon. But awesome. Yeah, that helps us. And we can actually forge a claim on the Marcher throne. Chevalier lay disunited in the heirs to his throne bicker and fight over the remains. It is right and just cause of any true ruler to aspire to sit at its head, and surely there are avenues for one with it a birthright to forge a claim to the High Kingdom. We're going to get claimant to the High Kingdom. So we're going to forge that claim. And now we can reclaim parts of the broken crown. And we'll find out more of what that does next. Or actually, I see what it does for us. It means that we have to fight these guys. That's what it means that we have to do. Be honest, Rosette. Yeah, we have to fight them. We have to go get claims. So we got claims to find pieces of this crown, and we have to go fight them for it. Which is obviously an end game thing here. But we've now formed the Kingdom of Roar. This is what the world stands. This is the area that we're fighting on. There's so much more to this map that we're not even focusing on. We're only focusing on this. So in the next stream, I'll go ahead and cover more of what's going to happen there. Again, this is GODHERJA. I hope you enjoyed this, and see you next time.